Hey everybody, it's John O'Brien. I'm live. This is my man Webster. You know him from other videos. He's a business owner here in Atlanta, Georgia. Webster, you know what Bitcoin is?
No.
You invested in Bitcoin? Of course not. I don't know what it is.
I don't know what it is. No,
what do you invest in?
Me.
Me. Have we talked about this before we talked?
No.
No. That's common sense. Okay, everybody. John O'Brien, founder, chairman, CEO of 40 companies. 10 times this, all right? 40 companies. Charities, for-profits, real estate companies. One company that has gone from zero to $160 million in valuation in 6 months. The largest owner, I'm just giving you my credentials before I tell you what my opinion is of Bitcoin. Largest minority-controlled owner of institutional quality single-family real estate in the country. Operation Hope, 3 million clients, invested $2.5 billion. So I have a lot of experience in business and in building things, all right? So let me talk to you about Bitcoin. I don't know why we've got some issues with this camera today. But let me tell you about Bitcoin. Maybe the Bitcoin producers don't want me to do this video. The camera's all over the place. So Bitcoin, let me just say, first of all, digital currency is legitimate. Hear me. Digital currency is legitimate. It will happen in the future. Hear that. Everything is moving towards some version of digital. Paper currency will increasingly move out of circulation over time. Do not get, though, mesmerized by any one of these. Do not get mesmerized by the hype of Bitcoin. Remember, for those of you who were around, remember there was a BlackBerry? Do you remember BlackBerry?
Yes.
Webster? When BlackBerry was out, it was all the rage, right?
Yes.
Everybody had to have it. Now, do you see BlackBerries anywhere? No.
Just like pagers.
On a tree, a berry, but like pagers, right? Yeah. But now the rage is the iPhone, which is what I'm using right now. Do you remember a Blockbuster?
Yes.
Blockbuster Video. We all went to Blockbuster Video.
Yeah.
That was the rage. Blockbuster refused to acknowledge Netflix. Netflix was that big, and Netflix clocked Blockbuster. Now, Blockbuster was a real company. Netflix is a real company. You can see it. It has an address. It has stock in it. You can trade it. Hear me now. Bitcoin is invisible. Blockchain, which is how you trade Bitcoin, does not have an address. None of this stuff has an address. You hear me? If you have a complaint about Bitcoin, if you're one of the people who got defrauded with Bitcoin, you cannot show up to any location and file a complaint. There is no physical address for these currencies. If you're upset with Visa or MasterCard, go to Visa's headquarters in the Bay Area. MasterCard, which is an exchange, you go to their headquarters in New York. Purchase New York is where they are located. There's a big building there. You cannot go to any place to put in a complaint for Bitcoin. You don't even know who the founder of it is. There is no headquarters. So can you make money? Sure, you can make money. You can also make money on prostitution, on drug dealing. There's a lot of things you can make money on. You can own a strip club and make money. You can make money on a lot of different things. Are the people getting rich on Bitcoin? Supposedly, if you count Bitcoin currency, which is not U.S. currency, or the euro as real currency, you cannot take Bitcoin and go to the store or go to an ATM machine and turn it into cash. In fact, you got to use cash to go get Bitcoin, and then you got to find somebody to convert Bitcoin back into cash. By the way, you can use Bitcoin to purchase things at merchants that do accept it. So, but here's the biggest problem I have. So if you want to use Bitcoin to trade something or buy something for somebody, a merchant who then sells you products using Bitcoin, definitely do that. It's no problem with that, okay? There's no problem with that. But most people are using Bitcoin for speculation to get rich. And most people trying to get rich are average people who don't have disposable income, who don't have Las Vegas money to lose. If you're betting your rent money on Bitcoin, you're going to have a bad day. Did you hear me? It's like gambling. Any currency that goes up 100%, 120, 200, 300, 40%. This currency started out at a couple bucks and is now, and it was like a $10,000 last week. It's now approaching $16,000 on one exchange, $19,000 on another exchange. Hello, this is like a Ponzi scheme where the new money takes out the old money. A third of all owners of Bitcoin are a third of all Bitcoin is owned by a third of all owners of Bitcoin are a very small group. I think it's 1,000 owners, but it's a very small group of people who own this. Another interesting fact, about 5% of all Bitcoin has been stolen. You hear me? Fraud. Some Bitcoin gets lost, unlike currency in your pocket, because you lose the password. So if you get your Bitcoin, you better not lose your password, because it's literally just digital currency. But back to my point. There are people basically making money on speculation. So they're buying $1,000 worth of Bitcoin and then waiting for it to go up. Now, how does it go up? This is very important. Please pay attention. Bitcoin is not based on gold standard, not based on silver, not based or backed by minerals, not backed by the U.S. currency, not backed by the U.S. Treasury, not backed by the World Bank, not backed by the Federal Reserve. It's not backed by, some people, by the way, find this attractive of it. My socialist friends and folks who want to have a global economy like the fact that there's no backer. Okay, then how is it going up? Listen to me. There is no headquarters. It's not backed by a hard currency. There is no asset base. These are computers churning this out and releasing 12.5 Bitcoin a day. Total of 21 million Bitcoins released by the year 2100. 16 million or so Bitcoin released to date. That's the supply and demand trick. Now, because there's a limited supply and a number of fools, people who are buying this stuff and trading it from people who already own it and are waiting for you to bid it up. The media frenzy of talking about Bitcoin and then average people who are trying to get rich is driving the price up. Did you hear that? I'm going to repeat this. The media frenzy around Bitcoin and the average human being who is unsophisticated generally, or are my artist friends who love freedom and don't like the government structure and don't like the Federal Reserve and want to rebel against everything. If you're trying to rebel against everything, you're going to go broke. Hear that, Webster?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Do you rebel against gas because you don't like gas prices?
No.
Do you rebel against automakers because you don't like the fact you have to pay for this car?
No, sir.
Do you rebel against your mortgage lender because you don't like paying a mortgage?
No.
Do you rebel against me because you don't like me 3 times in a week?
No.
No. Why do you not rebel against me?
You're a good dude.
No. Beyond the fact I'm a good dude, I also pay my bills?
Yes, sir.
All right. Do you rebel against capitalism because some people are fools and capitalism has been evil in the world? Do you rebel against capitalism?
No.
No. Are you part of capitalism?
No.
You're not part of capitalism? No. You don't own this company?
Yes.
All right, so are you part of capitalism?
Yes.
Okay, so you're not a fool on tape. All right, he's a capitalist, but he owns this car. He owns this shirt. He owns this hat. He can go find it and sell it somewhere. You cannot go find your cryptocurrency, okay? By the way, there are 1,000 currencies, not just Bitcoin. There are 1,000 of these cryptocurrencies competing to to exchange your dollars. The early innovators in this space may be like BlackBerry. They may not survive. And here's the big thing. Bitcoin has crashed 4 times since its innovation. I believe it was 2010 or 2009. In the midst of the global economic crisis, by the way, when everybody's looking for another way another way other than the banking and financial system because they didn't trust it, some innovator came up with Bitcoin and all this digital currency, which is, by the way, I'm telling you, in the future, it will survive. There will be a version of this that will be legitimate. But this was born in fear. It was born in the back of the global economic crisis of 2009, where people were emotionally looking for an out. Now, what did I tell you about emotions? Anytime you make a decision emotionally, it's the wrong decision. You're going to go broke. You're going to end your relationship. Something bad's going to happen. When my brother here, Webster, decides he doesn't like me on a Tuesday because I gave him drama about being late or whatever, if he makes a decision about that, he loses a long-term customer. So he says, okay, John Bryan's an idiot, but I like him long-term, and so we still friends. We still friends, Webster?
Real good friends. Real good friends,
especially on payday. Okay, so this currency has crashed 4 times, not in 40 years, not in a decade. It's crashed 4 times since 2009. It didn't crash and lose 10%, 5%. Ladies and gentlemen, listen. When it crashed, it lost 80% of its value. 80%, which means if you put $1,000 into Bitcoin, and that was your rent money, you get $200 of coin that you got to then find somebody to buy, by the way, because you can't just go cash it in. You got to find somebody to buy it from you. You have $200 worth of coin left. When this currency crashes, it crashes big. So it's the currency that's grown bigger than any currency in the world. It's also crashed bigger than any currency in the world. Does that sound like a bubble to you? And it's growing, and it hit $10,000 last week, and now it's at $16,000, $19,000. Look, if you paid your mortgage, you paid your car note, you went and bought yourself some real estate, you went and bought yourself some stock, you paid for your children's education, you did everything right, and then you got a couple dollars left to either go to Las Vegas, go gambling, go to the strip club, or buy some Bitcoin. Okay, go buy some Bitcoin. I guess it's better than gambling. But do not put your rent money up. You are going to get your heart broken. Can you make some money? Are there people making some money? Yes. Can you build wealth? No. Can you get rich? Yes. Two different things. Wealth is a mindset. If you're thinking about Bitcoin, here's what you need to think about first. I just passed in the last 15 minutes a bunch of something that will not go away. It's called real estate. You want to make some money? Buy some real estate. Buy the bummiest, dumpiest property near your house in a growing neighborhood. Buy it for 15, 20 grand, rehab it and rent it. By the way, that renter's real, just like Webster. That real estate is real, just like the ones we're passing by. And you can sell it not on an exchange, you lose the password to your house, guess what? You can find a new password because the house is not going anywhere. You just change the door lock. Buy some real estate, then go buy some stock in a publicly traded company. Put your kids through school. There's an investment that won't go away. Invest in yourself, an education that won't go away. And if you have some money left over, then fine, go buy you some Bitcoin. But if you are past using your rent money to buy some Bitcoin, you are what they call a fool. Did I just call you a fool? No, I did not. Because you wouldn't be watching this video, then leave this video and go buy some Bitcoin with your rent money. There are people gaming every system. Don't be somebody who gets gamed. There are people who are gaming the Bitcoin system and love the fact that the media is hyping this stuff up and about a bunch of uneducated investors, speculators, are running around buying this, hoping to get rich. 80% of those who win the lottery go broke. 80% of those with a professional athletics contract, hold on, stop right here, we're gonna lose this signal, go broke because they're not financially literate. Get the memo. I'm about to lose my signal. This is gonna be my first in a series on Bitcoin. Put your comments there. Let me know what you think. Let me end where I started. Is Bitcoin legitimate? Yes. I'm sorry. Is electronic currency legitimate? Yes. Is blockchain legitimate? It's very smart the way they do this. Yeah, blockchain is the way you exchange Bitcoin. There are 1,000 versions of cryptocurrency competing for your dollar. We don't know where this is going to end up. We don't know if Bitcoin is Blockbuster or Netflix. We don't know whether it's Circuit City or Best Buy. We don't know whether it's what did I say? Blockbuster Video or Netflix or BlackBerry or the iPhone. We don't know, and neither do you. How much money do I have in Bitcoin? Zero. There you go. Zero. Because if I have some extra money, I'm buying Webster's house. If he'll sell it to me. I'm going to invest in Webster's business because I know I can find this guy and he's going to work his tail off every day of the week. I'm going to buy myself some stock. I'm going to buy something I can hold. I'm going to buy some minerals. I'm going to buy gold, silver. I'm going to buy something I can touch and feel. I'm going to buy third world currencies. There's so many things that you can, by the way, start a business and invest in your own talent, right? And then if you got some money left over, buy you, if you want to, some Bitcoin on your way to Las Vegas because that's what you're doing. You're gambling. I'm out. If you want me to do some more videos on this and get deeper, I will. I'm not jamming up Bitcoin. If you listen to this video, you want to go buy some Bitcoin, knock yourself out. But do not go buy some Bitcoin. Use your rent money, use your car payment money, and then go complain when you can't get your money out of it, or you woke up the next morning and the market went from $20,000 of Bitcoin down to $5. And you are beyond broke because you leverage yourself to go buy it because you want to believe that everything else is free. Only in the dictionary does the word success come before the word work because it's alphabetical. Did you get that? Only in the dictionary does the word success become before the word work because it's alphabetical. If you want something in this world, you have to work at it. That's it. So I built a net worth from nothing, from Compton, California and South Central LA, investing in myself. investing in myself. And I'm encouraging you to make that your best and first investment. And if you want to be one of the, look who's making all these videos, by the way, about Bitcoin. It's a lot of interesting people, but you're not finding the CEO of BlackRock or all these, the CEO of Goldman Sachs, the founder of, the CEO of Walmart or whatever, saying that their biggest investments are in Bitcoin. No, because they know that this stuff is being fueled by speculation and is probably a bubble. Remember the dot-com bubble? Boom. See, I like this. I can touch it. I can feel it. Webster can smell it. Look at that. You can smell it. Yeah, he got all excited just smelling U.S. currency. And I can turn this into whatever I want. I can go buy this house right here, right? Until Bitcoin can prove to me that I can get a hold of my money like this, you're not getting none of my money. All right? So knock yourself out. Have a ball. Just don't spend your rent money. I'm out.